The late bloom. A man's fate. A man is born without the promise of being adored. Since childhood, he is taught to be strong, to stand on his own, to never complain. No one tells him that one day he will be appreciated, admired, or even remembered. He is only taught to survive. He grows up with wounds he hides. When the world burdens him, he carries it alone. When his heart breaks, he covers it with a smile. No one asks if he is okay, because the world believes that men don't need to cry. Love is not always on his side. He gives sincerely, but does not always receive the same in return. He lets go, even as his heart burns. He fights for someone, only to be left without reason. But he keeps moving forward because that's what the world has taught him. He never asks for recognition. When he works from morning till night, when he sacrifices his dreams for others, when he stands against the storm, no one applauds him. But he keeps going, because he knows that is his responsibility. Every drop of his sweat is proof of love. He may not always say, "I love you," but he shows it through his actions. He sacrifices his sleep so his family can rest. He endures hunger so his children can eat. Yet the world often sees his flaws more than his sacrifices. He is often alone in the battle of life. When hardships come, he must find his own way out. When he falls, there is not always a hand to lift him, but he knows that complaining will only make him seem weak. So he chooses silence. His sadness is his alone. He does not want to burden others with his story. He keeps everything in his heart, even when the weight is too heavy. He keeps smiling, even though within him are unseen wounds. Time keeps moving, but appreciation never comes. When he is young, he is deemed inexperienced. When he is old, he is considered irrelevant. When he is rich, people only see his wealth. When he is poor, the world calls him a failure. But still, he gives. He knows the world is not always fair, but that does not stop him from doing good. He keeps helping, keeps loving, keeps fighting, even though he knows not everyone will remember him. Until finally time calls him. After years of struggling, his body can no longer keep up. He breathes his last breath in silence. There is no farewell party, no tears from those for whom he sacrificed everything. And for the first time in his life, he receives flowers. Flowers placed upon his grave when he can no longer see them, when he can no longer feel them, when he can no longer smile and say, "Finally." The flowers are recognition that comes too late, acknowledgement he should have received while he was still alive. But that is how the world works. A man is often only appreciated when he is gone. But does he regret it? Number, because a true man does not live for praise. He lives to create happiness for others, even if it means sacrificing his own. His story becomes a lesson for those still living. To all men out there, do not wait for flowers on your grave to feel worthy. Do not wait for the world to recognize your sacrifices, because your value is not determined by recognition, but by the impact you leave behind. Keep fighting, even when no one sees. Keep protecting, even when no one thanks you. Keep giving, even when no one repays you. Because in the end, what truly matters is not the flowers you receive, but the legacy of kindness you leave behind. A man does not need praise to be strong. He is strong because he must be. He does not need recognition to feel valuable, because he knows that true worth is not measured by what he receives, but by what he gives. But the world must learn to appreciate more. Do not wait for a man to be gone to acknowledge his struggles. Give him appreciation while he is still here, not with flowers, but with genuine respect and gratitude. Because a true man does not live to be remembered. He lives to make a difference. He lives to ensure that the people he loves can be happy, even if he has to sacrifice everything. And that is the purest form of love. If you are a man, be strong, not because the world expects it, but because you know that life needs someone like you.